Welcome to In Your Element podcast, where we dive into stories of those thriving in their element. From entrepreneurs, influencers, to chefs, musicians, and the community leaders, we explore their journeys, struggles, and successes. I'm Randall Pink with Natalie Kaufman, and today we're bringing you another incredible conversation with Olympic medalist Jenny Simpson.
Back up in my yellow. I get my grind on and my mind strong, I'm working. I clock in when the night's long, so much time gone, but it's worth it. I'm locked in, keep the lights on, got my mind on my purpose. It's working, I flourish, I earned it. Can't tell me I don't deserve it, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. This is In Your Element podcast. We're here inside Element Eatery, located at Madison Square. I am Natalie Kaufman.
I'm Randall Pink, and today we have...
Jenny Simpson.
It is a pleasure to have you. I heard you're going to be on campus, and we were like, we got to have her.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
If you want to start off with just telling the people a little bit about yourself and what you're all about.
So I live in Colorado. Right now, my husband and I are doing a different project, which we could get into if you want to. We're living in a van for a year.
Oh my goodness,
we're running
awesome. The van life, love
the
it.
van life. We're running all over the country, 50 states in 50 weeks. And that's what brought us to Flying Pig. So that was my first time ever in Cincinnati. We came to run the Flying Pig earlier this year. But we'll put a pin in that. But my home base is Boulder, Colorado. I'm a former professional track and field athlete. I ran the marathon professionally for a few years at the very tail end of my career. But really the thick of my success in my career was on the track. And it was just the privilege of a lifetime to represent our country. I'm a 3-time Olympian, a world champion, Olympic medalist, and just like tons of amazing experiences along the way.
I bet.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations
thank you.
on that.
Insert applause.
Right. So how did you get into that?
You know what? It's a more simple story than you think. I was in 3rd grade. I moved to a new school over Thanksgiving break and didn't have any friends. And so a PE teacher suggested to my parents, maybe if Jenny came out to our little cross-country program after school, she could make some friends and fit in. And she runs around like a wild animal on the playground, so she probably would enjoy it. So I ran my very first mile race when I was in 3rd grade and just loved it. Like getting out there and not just like the movement. Honestly, I think it was like the competition I really loved. And then I went to my first like road race, like a kid's 5K, and won an age group award. And then, whoa, like game over. I was so hooked. Like age group awards, free orange slices at the end. Like what more could a kid want? Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. I always look up to people who run because I'm like, there's no way I'm running unless somebody's chasing me.
It's got to be in your blood.
Is it? Like, do you have relatives that were runners?
I come from a family of non-athletes.
Okay.
Wow.
Only one in our family. I know. I think sometimes my parents still look at me and they're like, how did you happen? And like, what do you actually do for a living? So it is really funny. I'm definitely like the one that isn't like the others within my family, but it's been great because my road down into sports and through sports has opened up a whole new world for all of them, which has been really fun and exciting. And I think one of the coolest things about sports is like when you succeed, you then cause celebration and joy for so many other people. And that's been really, really cool. But yeah, I definitely don't come from a family of athletes. I was just a little 3rd grade kid that thought I like running around the playground and, one step at a time led eventually to an Olympic podium.
So at what age were you when you like started taking it serious? I know you were like having fun and it was all a good time, like, and maybe that's never ended for you. Like maybe it's still like a fun for you. When did you like start taking it serious? Like I could make something out of this.
She's like 3rd grade. I became competitive.
No, that's such an excellent question because honestly, like I had my own little fire inside and but that world, I think inside when you're a kid, like it's so serious to you, but you're just like a little tyke, right? And so really it was totally fun. No one ever noticed or cared about my running, and I didn't have any expectation of winning or excelling or like hey, you're really talented, you should start training. I didn't have any of that until I was in high school. So I love the question because I definitely got out. I had an intrinsic motivation for sure. Like you said, I do think like loving running is in me, but you can't love it every day. You know, I don't love it. Even I don't love it every day. But yeah, just from a young age, it was just something I enjoyed. And it really, really wasn't until, I mean, honestly, if you want like the truth, it was when I learned that I could get a college scholarship that I was like,
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, maybe I should try hard.
maybe I should take this seriously.
Yeah,
This is more than orange slices at the end of the finish line.
Exactly.
This is more than the snack.
That's right.
That's so funny. So, me, I am not a runner. I have a one of my really good friends. She is and does the half marathon and all that, and I don't know anything about running. Okay, this might sound like such a dumb question, but what is like? How many? See, there goes the fly
There's
again.
the fly, the famous fly.
The famous fly. Where's like the furthest you've gone running? How many miles have you done? Like the biggest number.
Okay, so the first thing I want to
Did
say.
I ask that right?
No, you did
I'm like,
great.
I don't know
you did
anything
so
about.
great.
Okay.
No. So the first thing I want to say is you know more about running than you think. And for you to be like, I'm not a runner, it's not that they I get it. Like running isn't for everyone and you don't have to like love it and that doesn't have to be your thing. But if you jumped in there, let me tell you, like that community is so open. There's always tons of beginners. Like if you went to Flying Pig, there's probably more people running their first half or full than people that are super experienced, you know? Like we're always bringing more people into the fold. So I first want to say we have room for you. Anytime you want to give us a try.
Hey, you know what? After this conversation, I'm going home and put my running shoes on.
Okay, good. And there's always like a good starting point, right? Like a lot of times like starting with run, walk, run, or starting with like just a little bite and then seeing kind of where that can take you. Okay, so that's my first pitch to bring you into our family.
Okay.
But
You're
now,
reeling me in.
now I will go to the way other extreme and tell you about like the crazy, like extreme fringe stuff, right? So I ran my last professional competition at the end of last year. I ran the New York City Marathon. And a week later, I left on this like adventure, crazy, big challenge race. It's called the Great World Race. And I ran 7 marathons on 7 continents in 1 week. And so it was 184 miles in a week.
What?
All around the world. So that was so you asked for the most. That's the most.
That's like more than I drive, to be honest with you. That's crazy.
4 miles. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a wild week. A marathon a day for 7 days in a row.
And you just like, this sounds so dumb, but you just love it. Like you love getting up in the morning and just like doing it.
That particular challenge,
Yeah.
the 777, was brutal. Like it was so hard. Like you're not out there thinking like, oh, unicorns and butterflies, this is just me like twinkling through another marathon. Like it is a grind. But it's like it's like climbing Everest, right? Like it's a challenge that you say like, I don't know if I can do this, but that makes it intriguing. Like that makes it exciting to try it. And I did it with a whole group of people. You know, we have a chartered flight and go to all the different, we started Antarctica, Australia, Asia, Europe. Oh no, Antarctica, Africa. And then anyway, we were all over the world. Okay. We went all over the world and we finished in Miami. Yeah. So it was a wild time. But when it comes to like, it's so funny. I was just having this conversation with somebody. It's not that I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, the best part of my day is like, I'm going to go out running today. It's more that like when my run is done, then I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I went for a run.
Yep, I feel that. After I am done working out, I do Pilates. And I'm like crying in the crook. I don't want to go in. But then after I'm done, I'm like, yes, I did it.
Yes, you don't like get up in the morning all like on fire and inspired. But every time you get through it, you think, oh, that was so worth it.
That's awesome. So I want to know, how do you prepare yourself for races like that and runs like that? Like, kind of like, I mean, I just want to know, like, how do you eat? Like, do you eat super clean? Do you eat, like, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah. So, okay, how you prepare. And there's a lot of answers to that, right? So, like, you know, Olympic Games, you have rounds and then you have a final and, like, this is the top level of performance in the world. Like, that has its own That has its own lane that only a few people are lucky enough to run in, right? Which is really cool. And then there's things like this really, really big challenge of running 184 miles in a week and flying all over the world. And that is a very different kind of demand on your energy and your body and your will to continue going and stuff. But in general, like just baseline being a runner and being kind of prepared for running every day. Mostly you asked about eating. Mostly I'm just hungry. Like runners are just hungry.
Just starving. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you wake up in the morning and you're hungry, you finish your run and you're hungry.
Yeah.
So I do eat really healthy. And actually, my dad says that I am obnoxiously healthy. But I don't have like any food restrictions. Like I don't have, So I mean, if I have choices, I definitely probably choose healthier things. But girl, I eat. Oh my gosh, I'm
But
hungry.
like, I want to know, like, what are you cooking for dinner?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I really, really like, let's see. Okay, when I married my husband, he's like, I'm from Kansas City, Midwest. Like, I'm not really a salad person. And I was like, sweetie, you just have not had a good salad. Like, every woman marries a man to change him, right? So I will change you. I will make you a salad person. So I love salad, but I have to be like super clear, like not like a sad iceberg lettuce with, no calories and like a tomato on top, right?
Yeah.
Like having like oil rubbed kale and farro and like sweet potatoes in it and like that kind of stuff. Like that's what I'm making for dinner at night.
Okay.
That's gourmet.
Yeah.
That is a gourmet salad.
That is a
Yeah.
gourmet salad.
I feel like
I'm
I should have you over. Like I should
Okay.
make this great salad and have you guys over.
No, please do, because mine is Hidden Valley Ranch with iceberg lettuce.
Mine's just the iceberg lettuce.
I will level you up. I
You
will
just-
level you up.
Yeah, just iceberg lettuce, and I'll put some like ranch in there. But yeah, just iceberg lettuce is fine with me.
Oh my goodness, let me have you,
Or-
please.
Or like, what is a little garnish right there? I'm like, oh yeah, they came with the salad, but it's really just like a little piece of like garnish on the like right next to your chicken.
See, I can't play with garnish because if it's on my plate, I'm going to eat it because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So this girl does not play with garnish. No, everything on that plate is like robust, healthy, meant to be there, meant to be eaten. Yeah.
I'm over here eating like the girl dinner with the chicken Caesar salad with a side of fries. And I'm like, oh, I ate so good today.
If you finish and you still feel like you didn't like nourish yourself, like fill yourself, then there's a better option out there.
Yeah, my guilty pleasure is carbs and bread and pasta. So I will never feel full until I eat some kinds of carbs.
Yeah, and you know what? That's okay. You just need to come be with my people. You need to start running because
You know what?
basically
I'm
all we
coming with
eat-
you. You know what? We're going to do the van life together because
Yes.
Van in a trailer, and she'll be in the trailer in the
Hey,
back.
I love it. Come on in. We do not have room, but come on in.
I love that. That's so awesome.
So going back to the van life, so you guys just started that last year?
So I retired. I did this crazy Great World Race, and then basically January we started. We thought, okay, we drove. Okay, I look back and I'm like, we're so dumb. We started. So we live in Colorado, and we wanted to start the trip in Florida, and there's some reasons why. But so before our whole year-long road trip, we road tripped to Florida. So we spent a week getting down to Florida, and then like our kickoff to this, it's called the Run USA Tour. My husband and our license plate is a Colorado license plate, and it's RUN USA. So
Oh,
it's our
yeah.
little
Nice.
passion project.
Cute.
Yeah.
Is he a runner?
Yeah. Oh yes. I've already roped you in. Can you not believe for sure I have my husband
I
roped
mean,
into
for
all of this?
sure. Yes.
Yeah, so he's a runner too, and not a professional runner, but a really like accomplished runner in his own right. But yeah, so we started in Florida. It was so meaningful to me that in my running, like so much of it, I mean, it is so selfish. It is so self-centered. Like if you're the best in the world, it's because you put everything else aside, right? And you have a talent, and like there's so many things that have to come together. But it was so meaningful to me that once I got to that kind of upper echelon of racing and competition, it then becomes about something bigger than you. And so to wear USA across my chest and represent this country was really meaningful. So
I love
I
it.
came up with that crazy idea of like, let's just spend a whole year just running with as many Americans as possible.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and so that's our mission. So we started in Florida, and every state we spend approximately a week, and we just run all over, and we meet up with run clubs, we meet up with run specialty stores, we come to things like Flying Pig. I'm here in Cincinnati again for Queen Bee. Like, we're just doing tons of running events. We don't charge anyone anything. We're not building anything. We're just taking like a life sabbatical for the two of us and having a bunch of fun with our people all over the place.
Good for
That is
you.
awesome.
What
That
a
is-
what a
full
life.
circle.
Oh, thank you. So the year has been amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I am really looking forward to living in a house again. Like, there are things about the year that have been, yeah, like having unlimited hot water. Like, that sounds so delicious at this point in my life. So there are definitely like moments of like, this is a grind and this is a challenge, but just taking like that moment to step back from the intensity of everything and do something just kind of wild and unscripted. Like, that's what I keep saying. It's like our year's unscripted and we're very available. You don't always get stretches like that in your life. So we're doing it.
Awesome.
And it plays a role in where you came from, as far as the Olympic stuff.
Yeah.
So getting to that point, you brought up, being this selfish. I wouldn't necessarily call it selfish. I think you had a goal in mind and the priorities and sacrifices, many, many sacrifices.
Yeah.
So, getting to where you are today, what kind of steps did you take to like ensure yourself of, all right, I got this goal? And first of all, was it always a goal to go to do the Olympics?
That's a good question, because there are definitely kids that, I mean, they like come out of the womb saying, I'm going to work my whole life to be an Olympian, and which is kind of wild. And what a gift to have such a crystallized like mission in your life. I wasn't quite that way. I mean, I loved running. I wanted to run. Mostly I thought, oh man, if running can be a key to get me a scholarship to go to like the best school possible, that was really motivating to me. And then how the Olympics ended up happening is, I just think anywhere I was, I wanted to be the best in that arena. And I wasn't in a super big hurry. Like, when I was in high school, I wasn't in a hurry to be a collegiate athlete. And when I was in college, I wasn't in a hurry to be a pro. I just like stood in the ground I was in and tried to really dominate that space and be good there. And a lot of that too is like me reflecting and looking back on what worked. But man, that was the recipe for sure, was like just being present, being here and saying, okay, the people immediately around me, if I can be better than that cohort of people, then I was so prepared by the time I got to the next level. Yeah.
Can we talk about the Olympics for a second?
Please.
I want to know, you're walking into you're for the first time.
Yeah.
What is going through your head?
So the opening ceremonies is when a lot of athletes have kind of their first like major.
I have chills for you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for you that you got to experience that. So
Thank you.
I want to
Thank
hear all about it.
So my first Olympic Games, I was a sophomore. I was a junior in college. So I was young. I was young.
Gosh.
And all right, here's like the behind the scenes true story. Like, of course it's meaningful. Of course it's like all the pageantry and everything, right? Like, it's there for the athletes to inspire us alongside the rest of the world, right? Like, we're not immune to that. Like, all the hard work and all of that is true. But I was so excited to meet the basketball team. Like, we got to like Team USA, and everyone comes together, and especially because the basketball players are so much taller, but like meeting, Kevin Durant and LeBron James and like and Coach K was there coaching the team. Like, that is
was crazy.
So cool. So no matter what like your individual accomplishments are, like, your hero is probably there in the crowd, whether you played or whether you love tennis or you love basketball or whatever. And so you can just see all the other athletes kind of looking at different sports being like, oh, do you see like that, and the gymnasts and like all of that.
Oh
so
my goodness.
so we did that. So we have like a staging area before we go into the stadium for the opening ceremony. So they do the whole big opening ceremonies and then the parade of nations, right? So what I'm describing is like all the athletes coming in for the staging area. And then and you do have like a decent amount of time. It's just kind of like social, whatever. We're probably supposed to be paying attention to something, but we're not. And then we all parade into the stadium. And that's when it really does hit you that it's so much bigger than you. And everyone says like, oh, there's millions of eyeballs on you and everyone around the world is watching. But I don't think it really landed on me. And I've shared this experience, with other athletes. They feel the same way. Until you really walk in and then you realize like, oh, like this is huge.
What year was it? And where?
2008 was my first Olympics. And then I made 2012 in London. And then I medaled in 2016.
Was 2008, was it
Beijing.
Beijing? That I knew it.
Yeah.
So,
And that was so over the top. Oh my gosh.
I remember
it
2008
was wild.
Beijing.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, Shawn Johnson.
Yeah.
So she was one of the gymnasts that was there, correct?
That's right. That's
Yes, and that's how, when you said 2008, I was like, oh, Beijing, I knew it.
Yes.
But I am just like, I'm in awe of you. Like, that is, I mean, I just think that's incredible. And
That's sweet of you. Thanks.
And what was the moment like when you found out you were going to the Olympics?
So it was funny because I went to the U.S. Championships, and again, I'm in college, and I'd run well at NCAA's the weekend before. Like, that's the other thing that sometimes I feel like is missed a little bit in the context. Like, you have your TV remote, and you flick on the television, and like all the athletes are like fit and ready and there and amazing, right? But there's like this ridiculously long journey to get to the start line of anything. And so we're all competing and in season. A lot of us are. And for track and field, the Olympic Games is almost always situated at the time of the year when we would normally be running our biggest championships. So world championships, all that. And so we're all like in the thick of our season. And when I went to the U.S. Championships, I had just come off of NCAA's. I'm a college student, so I'm racing hard. I've been racing for a long time that season. And I really, really wanted to win the U.S. Championships because, like, I'm this little pipsqueak in college. Why not just win the whole thing? I don't know what I was thinking. But I went and I ended up third in the top three go. And so I remember having this like teeny, tiny twinge of disappointment in the last 100 meters, realizing like, I'm not going to win. I'm not going to be second, but I'm going to be third. Like almost forgetting the fact that like, girl, you are on the Olympic team. Like third is first today,
That's insane.
Yeah. And so I crossed the finish line and just seeing like the joy and the celebration of all the people for the three of us. And it really, like, I really mean it. It is the one unusual, rare moment in our sport when first, second, and third, like, who cares? Like, you're on the Olympic team.
You're going to the Olympics.
Yeah. So that was really special.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Again, that's incredible.
I have to ask, and this is like maybe a weird question, but like, what do you think about when you're running?
I'm glad you asked that because I kind of was wondering too.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going through your mind? Because like, are you like, that cheeseburger is going to be so good later, or that nice salad?
No. But girl loves a good cheeseburger and beer. Okay, so yeah, alongside the salads, I'm also eating cheeseburgers and beer. So no, I love that question because I do think people hesitate to ask, but the truth is when I'm out running, most of the time I'm thinking about what I'm doing. And I know that's kind of a boring answer, but there's so much, that goes into like running when you're at that level. And so, I'm thinking about how I feel. I'm thinking about what's coming up next. I'm thinking about kind of the environment around me. Now, when I go out on easy runs, I'm also thinking about like, oh my gosh, I'm really sore and from my last workout and my life is so hard. And this is, you have like those days too. But for the most part, and a lot of my track sessions when I was like on the track running, I ran the 1500 meters. I should explain. I started out in the steeplechase. That's its own whole thing. That was my first Olympic Games. But then most of my career was in the mile. But I run 15 miles every Sunday. That was my long run. So even though you're a mile, you do a lot of mileage. I ran from like 70 to 85 miles a week while I was training. But most of it, you're just thinking. Yeah, you're just thinking about how you feel, what you're getting back from your body, like what's coming next, what's sore, what's not sore, what used to be sore but feels good today. Like that's the kind of stuff you're thinking about.
That's so crazy. And I feel like, I joked about the cheeseburger and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it is a sport, right? So like, just like a football player or even racing NASCAR type thing, you got to be on your game and you got to be like, all right, I'm going to take this turn or this is my route to go.
Yeah.
So with cross country, because that's how you started, right?
Well, in high school, I ran cross country. High school and college, yeah.
And
yeah.
then you kind of merged onto the track?
Yes. Well, so they're two separate seasons. So cross country, we are in fall right now. It's beautiful. We feel the crisp air. We're all ready for a little bit of colder weather. That's cross country season. Track is like the heat of the summer. So that's the difference.
And
I mean, other than being cross country, they're different sports, but the main differences are different times of year.
Okay.
do you prefer to be on the track, or when you go out and you do these runs for the 50 states, you're not just going around a park, right? You're like going through the city and stuff, or like how does that?
Oh, that's good. So you're right. Most of my career, I was on a track. So, and I do if I go for an 8-mile easy run, like I'm not running around the track the whole time. I'll go out and I'll go on a trail or go on a run or something. But most of my hard sessions were really structured. Like you're on the watch, you're on the track, like there's a coach standing there yelling at you to make sure you're doing everything right. Like that's the life of a track athlete. And that's been one of the things that has been so fun about this year is that kind of breaking out from the discipline and the regiment of being like, okay, this is your work, this is your job, you have an assignment every day. This year has been first of all, totally off the rails, but we've done all kinds of running possible. We've done trail races. My husband and I, we ran down the Grand Canyon and back up. We've done a ton of national parks. We've done city running.
I'm sorry, but you just say it like it's nothing. Like you're like, yeah, we just ran the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
It's 8 miles down. It's 8 miles back up. It's harder to get back up than it is to come
yeah.
down. Yeah, so we've just done all kinds of. We did our first ultra ever, which is very long for me. We did a 50K in Alabama. It totally kicked our butt.
50.
50, yeah. So
Okay.
a little over 30 miles in like this mountainous region in Huntsville, Alabama. Anyone that's run Mountain Mist, shout out to them. They're the toughest people ever because it's really, really hard. Yeah, we've just done all kinds of running. So city running, I love city running. Oh my gosh, like being in a city at night and running over a bridge is just like the most thrilling thing ever.
That would be like very
trails,
pretty. Yeah.
We're here for all of it.
Love it.
That's amazing.
Let's.
I'm fascinated right now.
Well, it's funny because
know.
running is it has this, like from an outsider's point of view, I do think it has such a reputation of like it's so boring. It's so like it's what you do for punishment in sport. Like all you do, it circles around whatever. There's so much variability. There's so much out there. I mean, there's a reason that people are 80 years old and they're still running. Like there's so many different ways to do it and enjoy it. It's not always just about it's a marathon in the city and there's a time on the clock. Like there's so many other ways to enjoy running than that.
Okay.
Am I still reeling you in? I'm still reeling you in.
Like,
I am.
All right, so I'm gonna head out and get some shoes. No, but seriously, I could listen to like these stories and hearing you talk like all day long. I'm like you said, I'm very fascinated because you hear running and you're just like, oh, exercise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Run for fun.
I do.
Run for fun. Yeah. So let's talk about why you're here.
Yes.
For the Queen Bee. Yeah.
I am here for the Queen Bee. So it was actually so beautiful. I was here for Flying Pig. And the only reason we came for Flying Pig is because the beginning of our trip around this country, everyone kept telling us to come to Flying Pig. And I was like, what is this race? Like I've run, my kind of running for so long was like at a professional level, I mean, world majors or track races or whatever. And so I'm like, what is this quirky, like little Flying Pig thing? And everyone kept telling us as we were traveling around, like, when you go to Ohio, you have to do this race because it's my favorite race. And so finally I told my husband, it's like we're being punked. It's like the marketing team is like incognito following us around the country, telling us we have to go. I was like, I'm so curious now why people love this thing so much. So we literally moved around our schedule and put Ohio in a different spot so we could come run Flying Pig.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And so we came and you guys, I'm telling you, it was so much fun. Okay, so this is what I keep telling people, my experience of Flying Pig. Of course, like runners are amazing. They're fun. It's my people, right? So like being with runners is super fun. But Cincinnati, in addition to having amazingly wonderful people and runners, it's the fans. Cincinnati shows up.
I
for
know
this
they do.
race.
They do.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yes.
We got out there, and you guys, I have spent an entire career being the star, and I was out at Flying Pig mid-pack, and I felt like I felt like a star because there were so many fans out there cheering for you.
Yes, with the signs and the, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. So after that was over, eventually there was an invitation for me to come back to Queen Bee. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I am here for this because Flying Pig was such a good experience. And especially like the focus on women here.
Yes.
We
I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got to fill up our cup. We got to be together with each other and like
Makes me so
have
happy.
joyful, fun, bright, colorful experiences so we can spill that out into the world. So that's what I'm here
I
for.
love that. I love that. So did you see all the little statues? I don't know how many there is now, but there used to be a bunch of statues around the city of the actual pig, like the flying pig, and they're in different outfits around the city,
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
depending
that.
on what brand or whatever
I haven't
business that
seen
it
one
is.
in a while. I don't know
I
if
think
they
they
still
might
do
have
it.
taken a couple of down, but like when I was younger growing up they had them like everywhere downtown.
Okay.
And so you'll keep an eye out next time you're around town. And if you see a pig outside of like a business complex and it's like a big, are you familiar with like Frisch's at all or Frisch's Big Boy or anything like that?
No, you have
No?
to tell me what this
Oh,
is.
So Frisch's Big Boy, they have like a statue outside and it's
Okay.
like pretty much a big boy holding a burger, right?
Okay, yeah.
They have
It's
these statues.
literally a big boy.
It's a big, huge boy. And it's kind of the same concept with these pigs, but they got the little wings on them, and it's just a pig. But yeah,
It's like a little pig invasion.
Yes,
I love it.
yes.
I love it. I'm going to keep my eye out for these things. I want to see them.
You know, Skyline Chili and
Yes.
have you
I
had
do.
it?
I have not had it. So we were meant
Oh my
to try it when
goodness.
we were here for Flying Pig. But I don't know if people remember this year it was pretty drizzly and rainy like the day before and the day after. Let me tell you, when you're living in a van, like rain is a problem. So we were kind of trying to survive the in between. Like the race was super fun, but like us being little drowned mice going back to a camper van was a little bit sad. So we skipped a couple of things, but I'm back. So we'll try it
Yay.
while I'm
And
here.
I mean, we also have 9 restaurants here with delicious food. You've been here before, right? Or this your first time here?
This is my first time to this location. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
I know
Yay.
you guys can be my tour guide.
yes, we'll have to
Oh my
walk you
gosh,
around.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll walk around and get you some good lunch or something. I
So
love that.
Can I tell you, like the food stall thing that is like sweeping the nation, I'm here for it because I love being able to come into a space and like choose what like. You don't know what the vibe is sometimes until you arrive, and then you're like, this is what I'm feeling. So yeah, I really like this space.
We have a diverse options
Yes.
here. I mean,
Which is key.
which is key because my fiance will eat anything and I am so picky. So we come here, I get the tenders from Burger Natty and he's getting a poke bowl from Pacific Bowl. So I mean, like,
Perfect.
you know.
I know. I love it when everyone can have their thing,
Yeah.
and then you can just be together.
We'll meet back at the table.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Well, one of our popular questions that we ask here is obviously running is in your element.
Yes.
What is something that's out of your element?
Oh, something that's out of my element.
And it could literally be anything. I mean, we've had laundry, we've had dishwashing,
Cooking.
cooking.
But hey, it's not cooking because
Oh.
you make a mean salad.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not cooking. Oh my gosh. Anything that requires hand-eye coordination. Okay, so this is really funny. I am not an athlete. Like, I'm very fit. Like, I'm a very fit person, and I made a career out of being fit. But I do think people like think, oh, if you're an Olympian in something, you could be an Olympian in anything. And I do not have hand-eye coordination because remember, I told you I started running when I was in 3rd grade, and I never did other sports. So my husband loves to take me out to like mini golf or like pickleball, and he calls himself the Olympic Slayer because he slays me at anything.
Oh, that's
oh
so
my
funny.
goodness.
And so good like balance, like it's humbling for me, a good balance for our relationship. But it's really true. So I have one funny story. We went to this like really beautiful resort. We were down in Arizona. And my husband knows I love watching tennis. But I've never like really played. So he's like, so he booked me a tennis lesson. And so I got super into it. So I got like the white dress, like I got the
Yes,
whole kit,
the outfit
the
matters.
outfit.
It
I did my
matters.
makeup. I look good.
I
I
did
show
my
up to the
makeup.
tennis and I'm fit, right? Like I'm a pro athlete. I'm just taking a little bit of a break and I'm at this resort. So I come out and this instructor is like, oh, okay. Like she's here. Like she knows. I pick up the racket and I am the worst tennis player this person has ever seen in her entire life. Like, I've probably picked up a racket 2 or 3 times in my life. And oh my gosh, it was just like such a shock, I think, for her to recalibrate. Like, oh, this woman looks the part and like has no chops at all.
That's so funny.
That is me out of my element, is like wearing the right gear, feeling good, looking good. And I can't do anything on a tennis court.
That's me when I work out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit up Fabletics for the cutest workout sets and
That's
then
right.
just go one day a week.
Yeah.
Well, we greatly appreciate you coming out today. It's been awesome. I'm somewhat intrigued. I might start running. I have to get some running shoes.
Call me. I will set you up. I will tell you
What
to
running
wear, where to
shoes?
go. So I was sponsored for a lot of my career, and so I wore New Balance and Puma. But I have to say, because I'm here, I wore ASICS sponsors the Queen Bee.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and so they were awesome to me. They gave me a couple of pairs of shoes. I just wore one of their racing shoes to, like, try it out, get in the new kicks, get ready for the race on the weekend. And I'm really, really loving their stuff.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Try a good pair of ASICS. But before that, I was in Puma, and really, they did me so right through the last few years of my career.
Are you an ambassador anywhere?
So for this year, we are free, my husband and I. So
Yeah.
I've been a sponsored athlete my whole
Yeah,
career, but
yeah.
When I retired, I was like, I just want to be free.
That's
I want
right.
to do my
That's
thing. So
right.
for 1 year, I am untethered. It's like, if ASICS wants to give me a pair of shoes, I'm here.
Yeah,
But I have no commitment. No,
Awesome.
yeah, just here to have a
Awesome.
good time.
Awesome.
For the people who know me, I only wear Converse, and so I'm going to have
Literally.
I'm going to have to look into some running shoes for Converse.
Yes. Oh, maybe you can have your own little line over there. Maybe you can call them.
I do have a pair of Hoka's.
Hoka's great.
Hoka's
Yeah,
great.
it
Okay,
works
cool.
for so many people.
'Kay.
Like, Hoka's really great. Brooks is really great. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of the run community really has
Okay,
success
cool.
in Brooks. But make sure that you get a pair that you like, that's cute, right?
'Kay.
That will go with your gear.
Yeah, of
'Cause it
course.
look good, feel good, right?
Right.
And whatever kind of works for you.
I'm kind of curious. You said you don't run, so you have
Yeah,
running
and I
shoes?
knew you were going to ask that. Yes. It's
So you're ready to
because-
go. You're ready to go.
Guys, listen, it sometimes just goes with the outfit.
I see.
you
I was
know,
onto something. I knew it.
I'm
I
running
knew it.
errands and then
There you go.
I love
there you
it.
go.
I love it. See, I knew there was a runner in you, and
Yeah.
we're gonna make this happen.
I'm running to the restaurants. I'm running to get food.
I love it.
That's awesome. Well, it's been great to have you on here today. This has been In Your Element podcast. I'm Randall Pink.
I'm Natalie Kaufman.
And I'm Jenny Simpson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny.
This was a blast.
Back up in my yellow. I get my grind on and my mind strong, I'm working. I clock in when the night's long, so much time gone, but it's worth it. I'm locked in, keep the lights on, got my mind on my purpose. It's working, I flourish, I earned it. Can't tell me I don't deserve it, yeah.